Listen. Okay, so I want to first say thank you to Liv's Life, because when she fixed that roast for the man that was there but is no longer there, when she cooked it, I said, I know you lying. I know you're lying. I know you don't think that you did your big one. But then I said, do I even know how to cook roast? I was like, look, meat is too expensive to be messing up.
No.
Yes.
Kind of want to ask.
What is
play
it?
outside, because I cleaned the porch, and I also did the litter.
Let's see, it's 5. You can play outside until 6 o'clock. Right now it's 4:57. So you can play outside till 6, but y'all got to come in. The food should be done by then. Tell Daddy I said that y'all can play outside till 6. Don't go in nobody's house and don't eat anything from anybody. I don't trust people. But then, so I was like, okay, do I even know how to cook roast? Because I don't like meat. Everybody knows that. So I never really sit back and was like, let me learn how to cook meat. Now, love a pressure cooker. Love a good old pressure cooker. This one, that's a rice cooker. I got it literally so that I can make some beans. Because I like pinto beans. I like navy beans. So I like beans. So I got this Pacific one. It's an 8-cup pressure cooker. I got that specifically for beans. Now, when I ordered my beans, I ordered them from Walmart. And I was like, okay, I got ham base here at the house. Gary can't find my ham base. I have literally, I think, 8 jars of ham base, which one jar is, I think, 60 servings. So I got a lot of ham base. I just don't know where it's at. Okay, so that's why I got this little one. Because I can, for 9 years straight, I ate beans every single day. So I can eat beans every single day. Like, I like beans. Anyhow, so that's why I got that. But then when Gary couldn't find my ham base, I'm like, I can't have ham. Because I don't like bacon. Hate the smell of bacon. Hate bacon. And I want the flavor, but I don't want the actual thing. So, long story short is, I'm using this little pressure cooker to cook ribs and potatoes. It's the boneless rib spares. Anyways, I bought them from Walmart. They were $14 for 6 of them. But they were pretty thick. They were thick. So what I did is I cut the 6 in half. So, yeah, we have 6 pieces. And it's just 4 of us. And I probably might eat one because I need the protein, but mostly I'm going to eat the potatoes. Because I put potatoes and ribs. And I bought, so I'll tell y'all how much everything was. For the 6 boneless ribs was $14 for 6. Bust the motherfucking head. Now, let me say, I don't get food stamps. I don't get any food assistance. So, when I say all these prices is what I pay in cash. Just so nobody don't be like, oh my gosh, you're gonna regret not getting your food stamps on the 1st of November. I don't get food stamps at all. Like, I do have sympathy, and I am praying for the government to open up for people that do get food assistance, and for just the essential workers, for them to get paid, because they are forced to work without pay. Modern day slavery. My words. I'm just saying. So, I do want the government to open. And not just for myself, but for everybody. Because, like I said, can go down that rabbit hole, I won't. So all these prices that I am saying is not with food stamps or any food assistance. I bought it with actual dollars. I'm not rich. I'm very poor. But I move some stuff around to try to be straight. And this is a splurge. This is a splurge. And, okay, so I bought 6 of the spare ribs, the boneless ribs. That was $14 for that. And then I bought a roast. And I realized when we got it here why it was so cheap. Because that roast, I think, was $8, but it had a bone in it. I was like, that's why it was so cheap. Like, $8 and that roast was humongous, but it also had a big bone in it. So yeah, like, it had a lot of meat, but it also had a big bone. So I didn't fix the roast. So I got that literally after Live Life, or Love Live, whatever her name is. Well, it's Liv, but anyways, I don't know what her channel is now, because when I watched her, it was the Webs. That was back in 2019. Stopped watching her. I don't watch her channel. I watch reaction channels. But, so when she fixed the roast for that man, he was there at the time, he's not there now. I seen that, and I'm like, okay, I don't know how to cook roast, but I know that's not what it's supposed to look like. And I wasn't wrong. But like I said, I love a good old pressure cooker. I throw everything in the pressure cooker. Like, I don't have a rice, or I could cook rice in my other pressure cookers, but I don't know how many I have now. Because originally I had 2 8-quarts, 4 6-quarts, 2 4-quarts. That's what I had. And for like Thanksgiving, Christmas, any holiday, I cook everything in my pressure cookers. Because,
oh yeah, Mom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I was getting a cereal, right? This was like this morning, and she was running too fast up the stairs. She bumped her head on the stairs.
Ori, baby, did you hurt your noggin? Ori, baby, did you hurt your noggin?
And by the way, I was in front of the cupboard because it was cold, and she jumped on me.
Ori, did you get the Hannah? Ori, Kent. Yeah. She's chasing you. Yes, she was coming for them ankles. Yeah, you shouldn't have told on her. Now she's gonna attack them ankles. You noticed you're on her list for some reason. Anyhow,
She's making this.
Okay. So for years, I cooked everything in the pressure cooker, like my whole holiday meal. And I guess it was last year I didn't do everything in the pressure cooker. Like last year was, I don't even know how I'm still alive. It was and still is hard, but I was like, okay, before I can talk about anybody not knowing how to cook a roast, I need to see if I can cook a roast. So that's why I bought the roast. And then when I put that in my cart, I realized, hey, these are pretty cheap. Let me get these. That's why I got the spare ribs, or the boneless ribs. And then I was like, okay, I like potatoes. So then I got the, it was a 3 pound? Yeah, it was a 3 pound bag of yellow potatoes, and they were $2 and something, which to me was a deal because I like yellow potatoes. I like red potatoes with the skin on, because the skin is thin. So I got that, and I wanted red potatoes. They didn't have red potatoes. They only had yellow potatoes. But the red potatoes for 3 pounds was like $2.47. Same price for the yellow potatoes for the 3 pounds was $2.47. So I got the yellow ones, chopped it up, and I was originally going to split it up in like 2 different bags because I was like, okay, I can get 2 meals out of each meat, out of each protein, and that's why I got 1 bag of potatoes, 1 bag of potatoes to split between the roast meal and the rib meal, because I thought, okay, this is before I got it. Okay, the roast, bet it's going to be small. When it came, it was bigger than I thought. That's why I was like, okay, well, what I'll do is I'll cut the roast in half, and we can make 2 meals out of it. That's when we found out it had a bone in it. I didn't know that. So that's why it's like, oh, okay. So I'm like, okay, so that kind of messed up my plans. And then when I seen that it was only 6 ribs, I go, wow, okay, well, that messes up my plans. But then I seen how thick they was, and I said, I can still make it happen. Because originally, my thought was half of the bag of potatoes was going to be for 1 meal roast. So roast, a bag of corn, the frozen corn, and potatoes, and then for the roast was going to be Parmesan garlic seasoned. That's what I got. I got 2 packs because I'm like, okay, I want it to be very flavorful. But then when I realized, oh, this is big, I can cut it in half, and I was like, I'll just go ahead and just cut it in half. I already got the 2 packs of seasoning because I bought it for the 1, and I was like, I could just cut it, put the season. Baby, that's not a baby. That's my cover. But so that's what I thought. Then since there was a bone, I'm like, okay, well, I can still make it happen. So then, with the ribs, like I said, I cut them in half. Yes, it's still going to be 6 chunks instead of just 6 long ones. I'm like, I'll make it happen. And then, so I got 2 bags of the frozen corn. Each bag was 80 cents. All this is Walmart. in Tennessee. So I got 2 bags, like each bag was 80 cents. So I got 2 bags of corn. And then I got 2 packs of the Korean barbecue. I think they were 98 cents a piece. And then the garlic parmesan seasoning they were like $1.22 a piece. So I got 2 of them. What else did I get? Let's see, roast corn and potatoes, and then ribs, potatoes, and corn. Yeah, that's all that I got. So I'm cooking one of the bags of ribs right now that I brought it, cut it up, vacuum sealed it, including the potatoes and all that, and I vacuum sealed it. So originally they were like, oh, it'll take 2 hours, slow cooker. After an hour, because we brought up 2 bags of the potatoes because it split it up more than we thought anyhow. So I was able to get a bag of potatoes for each thing, but because I'm gonna eat maybe not even one full, just like a half a piece of rib, just to have an animal protein, but I'm mostly gonna have corn and potatoes and cornbread, which we're fixing corn muffins when this is almost done. So I already had the corn muffin mix. The Jiffy, I got it from Sam's. I think it was 8 pounds for like $3 or $4. I forgot what it was, but it was like that one box was like the equivalent of, I think they said like 12 boxes of the cornbread mix anyways. But I got it cheaper at Sam's because I think it was like $4. And then if I would have got 12 individual boxes of that, it would have been $12 because they are like 98 cents to $1 a piece at Walmart. So I got the corn mix at Sam's for what would be cheaper. I got it cheaper for double basically the amount that. Anyhow, so yeah, so I'm gonna have corn muffins and corn, throwing it in the microwave. I don't have no microwave up here. My microwave is downstairs in the kitchen. But yeah, so I will let y'all know if I messed up or not, because this is my first time cooking in this little pressure cooker. It's not a pressure cooker, it's a rice cooker. I mean, technically it's a pressure cooker, but it's not pressurized right now because I got it on saute and simmer. I did have it on, I think I said I had it on slow cooker, and after an hour it was just now getting hot. And it was like, you can cook up to 10 hours in a slow cooker. I said, how, Sway, how am I going to have dinner? How am I going to have lunch? Which this was supposed to be lumper because I don't eat breakfast. And this was supposed to be a late lunch, early supper. But it's just turned into dinner. A full-fledged dinner because it's almost 6. So instead of it being a lumper, it's now just going to be dinner.
Mom.
Yes.
You cooking something?
Yes, I'm cooking ribs, potatoes, and then.
What I was going to say was, we basically can't even play outside either.
Wow.
Because Miss Brenda's backing up Reasia. Screaming at Colton for something that he didn't do. And she came down here teasing because I was going to go get Santa because she was riding her bike. She came down here to the stairs, the little staircase, like in the front, and she said, and then when I went to come back up here, I forgot what she said, but she was screaming like I was going to do something, which I wasn't going to.
Just stay away from her.
Like I trusted her, but she followed me.
Look, I pay rent here. That codger over there, she pays rent over there, or whoever. You're allowed to play outside, because I pay rent in this apartment. Just don't go in her little yard, because I don't think she understands. I grew up with one of her.
And then, because we was playing, and then she also tried to fake cry and she hid around the corner. Not only that...
Look, is Daddy down there?
Yes.
Tell Daddy to make sure that...
Guess what? She also runs away every time Dad comes out here. Which she does.
Okay, but like I said, don't go in that codger's yard because she pays rent over there, I pay rent over here. You're allowed to play outside, and Daddy needs to cut it off at the ankles. Don't talk to my kids. You look, we can yell back and forth. We literally share a wall. You stay over there, and my kids will stay over here. So tell Daddy that. Because I don't think, she might know Granny, or might have knew Granny. But just because I'm quiet, I will die for you and Savannah. Because y'all are my life. Y'all are my beginning and my end. And look, I'm like a lichen. Ex-daddy what a lichen is. That's me. And guess what? Just because autistic people know right from wrong. It's different levels of spectrum. But that don't mean that they don't know right from wrong. You have to teach all children, all people right from wrong. So her mama saying that, I can't say what level on the spectrum there she is, but that's not an excuse. That's her brain learns different. My brain learns different. I could be on the spectrum, but I'm not letting that dictate the way that I live my life because I know right from wrong. I do.
Like, what was it again?
A lichen. Ex-daddy what a lichen is. That's what I am. I am literally the mama from Underworld. Or actually the daughter. Michael and that girl's daughter. Anyhow. I don't know. I'm sorry guys. I didn't mean to go. But I might be a quiet person, and all I want to do is get along with my neighbors. But that little girl don't even live in this apartment complex. She lives up the street. Now, the woman that Hannah was just talking about, literally we share a wall. She's our next door neighbor, but her apartment faces the opposite. Like how my old apartment was, my old apartment faced it the opposite way of the other people in my building. That's how it did. Okay, when I lived at the other apartment. They moved me down here because they're supposed to tearing the other apartment down anyhow. I knew they weren't going to when November of 24 happened. I said, oh yeah, everything's on hold. Y'all really did your big one. Okay, but you know what? Let me go off of that because like we're not talking about that right now. But my mama, I don't think, and if she knows my mama, she knows that I have her blood in me. And I have her attitude in me. I just don't let it out because I don't like being angry. But since May of 2014 or 2024, I have had a big chip on my shoulder. August the 17th, 2024, I'm like, let this motherfucking world burn. Fuck everybody and fuck everything in it. I want this world to burn. And I want me and my 2 kids to be on top of the mountain looking down. I had Jeremy thoughts. Jeremy spoke in class today. I remember picking on the boy, a harmless little fuck. Ooh, but really is the lion. You know what? Daddy didn't give affection, oh, to the fact that mommy didn't care. King Jeremy the wicked, who ruled his world, and Jeremy spoke in class today.